Hey, what's up everybody? Infinite PC Gaming here. I'm going to be reviewing The Last of Us. It's going to be the Remastered Edition for the PlayStation 4 that was released towards the end of July. And I just got done finally beating the game probably about like a week ago. Yeah, so here's my little review of it. So the game takes place in a post-apocalyptic world set in the United States. And two main characters are Joel and Ellie. Joel has the responsibility of escorting Ellie to the Fireflies. Throughout the escort, we have fight off enemies. We can either use stealth and to get around them, or you can go ahead and be a badass and start whipping everybody in the head with a lead pipe or shooting them and stuff like that. Also, there's characters called the Infected that are infected. Derp. The Infected, they really don't play a big part of the game. There's a couple of parts where like they do cause hell, but they're not the main focus of the game, which is one of the reasons why Naughty Dog really never talked about it much when they were unveiling the game for the PlayStation 3. Gameplay wise, it's really easy to pick up. Like I said before, you can either use stealth and hide behind like crates and stuff like that, and use the bottles that are in the environment to distract the enemies. But there's a lot of places though that you really can't use stealth. Like you just like have to kill these people, which I mean, that's okay, but I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there, like especially myself. If I have a game that allows me to play stealth, I'm gonna try to play it as stealthy as possible. Because I don't know, it's just something about playing Splinter Cell that really made me want to play games stealthy and shit like that. If you played the Uncharted games, then you'll feel right at home with the shooting mechanics in this game. It's literally the same mechanics applied here. I really didn't notice any difference at all between the two games. And of course, you're gonna have some face-to-face encounters with these enemies, so you can either you could use the hand-to-hand combat in the game, or you could go ahead and use, say, like a lead pipe that you found in the level. So once again, the game is really easy to pick up, and the learning curve is, it's not hard at all. Story-wise, in my opinion, I really don't think it wasn't anything special. Meaning the whole post-apocalyptic thing and surviving and trying to find a cure for the disease really didn't like draw me in. What drew me in though was the story of Ellie and Joel. How these two complete strangers, can come together and develop a really good friendship, a bond. Where Joel at one point will actually start seeing Ellie as his own daughter, thus making this bond between Joel and Ellie that much stronger for both of them, really, because Ellie doesn't have a father figure in her life, so Joel becomes that, and Ellie becomes Joel's daughter, basically. Once again, Naughty Dog really nails the character interaction throughout the game, because there's some parts where, they'll be bullshitting about small things in life. There's one part where Ellie was trying to whistle, and she didn't know how to. And then, like, later on in the game, she figured out how to whistle, and it's small. It's like really small things like that help lighten up the mood sometimes, and especially like I guess you could say like a dark game like this where everything's really serious and everybody's on edge and stuff like that. Now, as far as difficulty in this game, I played the game on hard, and I should have just played it on the most difficult setting, which off the top of my head I can't remember what it is. The reason why I say that is because if you're good at using the environment to your advantage, then you're really just gonna breeze right through the game. There's some parts where, if you watch my playthrough videos, you'll see that there were some parts where I did have some difficulty getting past, but I wouldn't say it's because the game was difficult. I'd say it's more my fault and the way I was playing. I was playing the game as careful as I should. I really left my Sam Fisher Splinter Cell skills at home in some of these parts, because if I would have played it like Sam Fisher Splinter Cell, then I would have just got right past everything in one shot. So now, while I did enjoy the game and I would recommend it to others to play, there were some things about the game that I didn't like. And yeah, so here they are. Fighting, I really wish we had a block button or a parry button, something to that effect. I know Naughty Dog made this game out to be a survive. You have to survive, and not to make things easy. But it's just like, I mean, come on, everybody has to have everybody needs to be able to block a punch or something like that. Be able to counter something. It really would help me out in numerous situations, especially with the Infected. One of the Infected, the clickers, like all they do is if they're near you, they'll just like bitch smack you with the backhand, and then you're finished. I really wish, if they were sneaking up behind you, there was a way for you to counter it. That would be really nice. Or even when you're just fighting like the humans, there'll be times where where the guy would be literally like right in front of me, and I would go to swing and hit him with the lead pipe, and for some reason I would miss, even though he's right in front of me, and then that's it. The guy will, hit me up with his pipe a couple of times, and I might just die right there on the spot, which was really highly annoying because it's a problem that occurred numerous times with me in the game. The stealth mechanics in the game are really, really simple. It's basically, you're just crouching and using the bottles, whatever, for distraction. But my biggest problem with the stealth mechanics is the cover system. And the reason why I say this is because you can come up to the wall, Joel put his back onto it, but sometimes like the camera really doesn't allow you to look around the corner. I guess you could say it like that. It'll be too much, if you're trying to look to the left, the camera will be set too much to the right, which kind of annoyed me because I wasn't able to see any enemies, around the corner. Now, I know I could use Joel's hearing perk or something like that, which I think was actually corny as well, but I really didn't use that hearing perk that much in the game. I really didn't feel there was a need for it, because obviously if I can see an enemy, then there's no need for me to use it. Which brings me to my next point: is if Naughty Dog wanted to make this game really hard and it's all about the survival and surviving, then why were we able to have a hearing perk that you can actually upgrade to? What is he putting a new hearing aid in his ear or something? I don't get it. So that's one of the reasons why I rarely ever use that in the game, because it almost made me feel like I was cheating in a way, and also took away from the difficulty of the game. While it's nice that Naughty Dog spent a majority of the time trying to get the game running at 1080p 60 frames per second, I really think they should have focused on the enemy AI and your partner AI. The reason why I say this is because the enemy AI, unless you're like directly in their sight, they'll really never like find you. They have to be right on top of you in order for them to see you, and it's just like it really breaks, I guess you could say, the realism of the game. And especially when your partner Ellie, because that's who you're playing with majority of the time, especially when Ellie or even some of the other characters that you meet in the game, they just walk right past the characters like it's nothing. They literally run past the clickers when you're not supposed to, and nothing ever happens. They run near the human enemies, nothing ever happens. So it's just like, really, why do I have to sit here and tiptoe, around glass and stuff like that, while they get to run a marathon around everybody and with no repercussions at all? I mean, I could see how it could get a little bit annoying with Ellie constantly getting found, or the clickers attacking them. So maybe, just maybe, that's the reason why they didn't focus on making that such a big deal, I guess you could say, in the game. But for me, it breaks the realism of the game and just makes me feel like not even bothering to be stealthy sometimes. So going back onto the graphics part that Naughty Dog worked on, obviously the game's running at 1080p, like I said numerous times. I ran the game playing at 60 frames per second because I really didn't see that big of a difference for me to take a 30 frame hit for nicer shadows, which honestly, unless you're taking a bunch of screenshots and stuff like that, you're really looking for it, you're not going to notice that anyway. The only times I really noticed it was when the plants or vegetation was casting a shadow and it was really pixelated. I mean, that was really it. But then I figured, alright, I'm trying to make the nicest, best looking YouTube videos I can for my audience, so let me just try this 30 frames per second and have better shadows for the hell of it, because on top of that, the Elgato doesn't even record at 60 frames per second, so that's another reason why I attempted the 30 frames. But once I went to the 30 frames, I don't know if you guys had this problem, but my game stuttered like crazy when it was at 30 frames per second, and it was just like, what the hell happened? I know shadows, even on PC games, can kill your frames per second, which is honestly one of the reasons why I pretty much turn all my shadows to low, unless it's like a stealthy game like Splinter Cell. But yeah, it was just really mind-boggling how that stutter happened once I dropped to 30 frames per second, and I believe one of my friends actually tried the same thing after I mentioned it, and he too had the same problem as well. Another thing that Naughty Dog really should have focused on, and I honestly don't understand how they let this pass through, because it's just very, very distracting, at least to me, is when you're moving the camera, the motion blur that they used was just so extreme to the, like, it's just really, really extreme. Even if you just move the camera slightly, and it just, it looks like you're turning the camera like at 100 miles per hour, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why they did that. I've even tweeted them with the picture and saying it's just way too much motion blur. They didn't say anything back. A few people actually favorited my tweet and retweeted it out also, so I mean, they had to have seen it. Will there ever be a fix for it? Who knows? Probably not. They moved on to bigger and better things now, so I mean, I doubt we'll get any more updates for that game, which is unfortunate though. I know it seems like I've been shitting on this game for the last fucking 5 minutes or whatever it is, but I'm just giving you my honest opinion. And the last thing bad I have to say about this game is my connection with the characters. I feel like the game didn't do too good of a job of making me care for the characters so much to the point where I might actually shed a tear if either one of them died or both of them died, or I lost control of both of them and never to see them again. I hate making the comparison to other games because it's just something I hate doing. But if you ever play Telltale's game, The Walking Dead Season 1, where we have Lee and Clementine, like, they did an amazing job of making you care for those characters that, some of us men out there, we shed a tear when Lee died. If Joel died in the game, I would have been like, oh shit, like, that sucks, but I would never have shed a tear. If Ellie died in the game, I wouldn't have shed a tear either. I mean, I would have been, oh shit, that really sucks. Kind of like in the beginning of the game where Joel loses his daughter. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe Naughty Dog will fix that in the next The Last of Us, because I really feel like that's a huge thing for the players. Really, they have to make you care about these characters and develop some sort of relationship with them, or on some type of level. Really, even though Ellie is a little girl and you're the man, you're controlling him. It's like I just didn't feel that connection. So I mean, that's unfortunate. So, enough of the bad talk about the game. I know you guys are probably like, hey man, you're just shitting on this game. You're really hating on it for no reason. It's a great game. Hey, I'll totally agree with you. It was a great game. I did enjoy playing it from start to finish, and I'll have to hit up the DLC when I get some time. But, yeah, so I would definitely recommend the game to my friends, to anybody that's looking for a new title to play on the PS4. If you haven't played the game on the PS3, then this is definitely a gem for your PS4, and it's well worth the money. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and always appreciate if you leave some criticism about my review so I could help improve it for later reviews. So, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.